sports right now with Boots
and Poops.
All right. Last night we had history in the NBA. We all knew it was going to happen. Everyone was there. Ray Allen was there. Reggie Miller was announcing the game. Stephen Curry breaks the all-time three-pointers made. He is now, there's no debating. It is impossible to even debate anymore. He has pretty much every record in that. No one can ever debate this. He's the best shooter of all time.
No one does challenge that anymore. The unfortunate thing at this time is
he now has 2,977 threes in his career.
Indeed.
And he's done it on 500 less shot attempts than Ray Allen, and I think almost 500 about 500 less games played than Ray Allen.
Of course, it's a different time, but it was a great achievement. Now, one of the reasons why he did it in less than Ray Allen is he shoots over 43% from three on a career basis.
Yeah.
Not like the best year he ever had. Career 43 points on the percent. Ray Allen, on the other hand, is a 40% shooter. So naturally, it would take him less time to get there. Some other interesting names on that list. You might think Steph, being the best shooter, had the best percentage of all time. He doesn't even have the best percentage in his family. Who has the best percentage in the Curry family?
Seth.
Seth has a better career three-point shooting.
No, but that's probably going to change.
It's because it's a small sample,
Yeah.
but still, it's amazing. And then, to see how small the world is.
Dell.
Well, Dell's on the list too.
He's
Dell's
at 4. He's
he really a slightly better than Ray Allen percentage. He was known as a great shooter.
Kerr.
Steve Kerr. That shows you the small world. His dad is on the list. His bro is ahead of him on the list, and on top of them all is his coach, Steve Kerr. 45% from three over his entire career. Now it's a lot less shots, so it means that they're more selective, and when they take them, it's not a fair comparison, but still, 45%, 43.
Clay.
Now, if you really want to judge, I've got a lot of stats tonight, I apologize. But if you really want to judge quality shooting, you judge true shooting percentage. That's where they give more weight to the threes and so forth. So they calculate really what's your real percentage. Steph's real percentage, he's the 5th leading guy on that list. His true percentage is 62.6%, meaning that effectively he's getting 2 points. Almost 2 out of 3 times he shoots the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, I said he was number 5 on that list, career-wise. The only people ahead of him are really non-shooters. Like, you know who's the top guy on that list? Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Because he probably never shoots from more than 5 feet from the basket.
Absolutely correct.
But of shooters, Steph is the top guy with his percentage.
I want to talk about. He had a really nice moment with Ray Allen last night after he hit the 3, and Steve Kerr called a timeout. So
And Reggie Miller too.
I know Reggie Miller was announcing the game, and Steve Kerr called a timeout so there could be the celebration.
That was something they had to do.
Then he got both of the jerseys. He got both.
By the way, in honor of Steph.
He got the Ray Allen's Boston Celtics jersey.
Yep.
Then he got Reggie Miller 31. Indy. That was just a really and at the end of the game he got the 2,974 number on his on a jersey.
Yeah. Now a couple other names of interest on this list of 3-point shooters that you might find interesting. Everybody talks about KD being such an amazing shooter and scorer. KD is number 113 on that list. He shoots 38%.
Yeah.
You might think Larry Bird, one of the great shooters.
What about Damian Lillard?
Dame, 37.2%. Harden, a great shooter, right? 36%. It just gives you a little feel. Now, on the flip side, Clay coming back shortly, very shortly now. I think he's within, A week?
A week.
Is it a week?
Yeah.
Wait,
They're
today.
expected to return December 20th is what I'm hearing. Yeah.
That's next
And
Monday.
today's the 15th.
It's less than a week.
Yeah.
So Monday he comes back. But Clay, almost 42%.
Yeah.
So Clay's basically only a bit over 1% less than Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we got it. All right, let's moving on.
Moving on.
Suns almost lost to the Blazers last night. The Suns and Blazers didn't have C.J. McCollum, but still
were you watching that game?
NBA. I did.
I did too. I thought the Blazers were going to pull it out.
Me too, but they just couldn't. Chris Paul is really not.
He's clutch.
He's so clutch
He really
on that
is.
mid-range just pull up. He's very how he creates.
He just takes
space.
control.
All right, and then also another thing I want to mention is Bulls Pistons first postponement of the year last night.
This COVID is running rampant now.
Uh-huh.
I think Bulls had 10 positive tests.
Correct.
They couldn't play. They couldn't field the team.
Yeah. And also Giannis has COVID. What do you think about that?
I think hopefully it's either a false positive or one of those no symptoms and
the contact tracing. Yeah. All right. What about Browns?
The Nets have 7 guys and they're still playing.
And the Lakers have 3 guys.
Yeah, but 7.
That's a lot of your team.
They have hardly any subs.
They have 8 guys now, I think. Yeah, 8 guys.
Well, assuming they have 15. Not every team has 15. And it's in the NFL too. The NFL maybe even worse.
Oh, yes.
You got the Rams.
The Rams have 9.
Including Odell.
Including Odell and Jalen Ramsey.
The Browns have 9, at least 9, including Mayfield.
Including 2 coaches, Mayfield
Their head
and
coach.
8 others.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really going around right now in the NBA.
It's in hockey too.
It's everywhere.
The NHL, I think, is.
Yeah.
They might even postpone. They might have to sort of time out the season for a while, kind of like the NBA did.
Yeah.
In 20. Because it's really bad in the NHL. So.
All right. One more thing I just want to go to before we go fully on the NFL. Clippers Jazz. Who you got tonight? Clippers just beat the Suns.
Clippers.
Smoked them.
Who are they playing?
Jazz.
The Jazz.
19. Jazz are playing
That's
good.
a tough one. The Jazz are good.
Everyone talks about
Do they have anybody out right now though?
I don't think so.
Is it a home game in Utah?
It is a home game in Utah.
I go Jazz.
I'm going with the Clippers. All right.
You love the Clippers.
No, they just beat the Suns.
I know, but
Ride the momentum.
the Jazz are good.
All right, Deion Sanders.
This was an interesting thing. You know, today was the first. The way they do college signings now is they used to just have a day. I think it was in February, maybe.
Yeah.
But now they have the beginning day, which is today. And they make a big deal out of it. There, some guys that go on ESPN to declare and all that kind of stuff. But the one thing that really caught my eye, the number 2 ranked player among all high school senior football players is a guy named Travis Hunter. He's a cornerback.
I know.
Number 2 of all players, not just number 2 cornerback.
I know what happened.
He was committed
to
Florida State, a major football school. Maybe not doing great right now, but still a major school.
Went to the CFP in 2015.
He flipped to a historically black college, Jackson State. Do you know who their coach is?
Deion Sanders.
Neon Deion.
Neon Deion. Pick 6 dancing back. You know how it was.
One of the best athletes of all time. He could have been all this talk about Metcalf saying he could be an Olympic sprinter.
Yeah.
Deion really could have been an Olympics. This is no joke. Deion, his 40-yard time.
4.27.
In tennis shoes.
I know.
On grass.
I know.
That guy was blazing fast. And he was also such a good all-around athlete. There are 2 guys that really had viable careers in the NFL and Major League Baseball at the same time. The one that's most famous probably is Bo Jackson because he was a home run hitter in baseball. In addition,
what about Kyler Murray though? He was going to be a number 1 draft pick.
I know he didn't play.
No, I know what you're talking about.
There are a lot of number 1 draft picks that don't even ever make it to the major leagues.
No, I know what you're talking about.
These guys had careers. Bo Jackson was a true home run hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dion had a 9-year career in Major League Baseball, in addition to his 14-year career in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the only player to go, he went to a couple of Super Bowls, but he also made it to the World Series.
Yeah.
The only person to ever do that.
Yep.
Just an unbelievable athlete.
It's he really has so much, he's,
And
like you said,
he was a media guy. He was always in the media. They loved him. And the interesting thing about him flipping this player, very interesting. Guess where Deion Sanders went to college?
Jackson State?
No.
Florida State?
Florida State. He flipped the number 2 guy from his own alma mater to get him to go to where he's coaching.
It is, Deion, it just shows you the effect such a famous player has on.
And he's probably a pretty good
kids.
coach.
Yeah, most likely.
So.
All right, now we gotta go to. Let's go modern day. Actually, no. Let's stay in the NFL.
Because we have a big game.
Yeah, I want to go Chiefs versus Chargers on Thursday night. TNF preview here on Sports Right Now.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Do you have some thoughts?
I have some thoughts. All right. First of all, I want to start out with Justin Herbert.
Hey, Bear.
Hey, Bear. He has a 30-11 TD int ratio. About 200 more yards than Mahomes. What is there to not like about this guy? And
Well,
he's
the fact
so
that
young.
he has every other game a bad game, that's one thing. He's only got 2 speeds, great and bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's no middle ground with this guy.
No.
Now, fortunately, he's got more great games than he has bad games.
Yeah, he
Also,
has
do you know
had
he's
two-
the first guy in history to have 3 straight years of 30
Yes.
TD throws?
Yeah.
And he's still got, what, 4 games left or 5
yes.
games? 4 games left.
Yeah, 4 games left. It's just, he's just a baller. There's no doubt. All right, and I have a question for you. Chris Jones has 7 sacks on the year. Joey Bosa has 8.5
I think Chris Jones may be out.
He's questionable.
Yes, I think he's highly questionable.
And but let's say Chris Jones plays. Who do you think's getting more sacks?
Between Chris Jones and
Bosa.
I'm going Bosa 100%.
Me too. I'm going Bosa too.
Because I think Chris Jones maybe is hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he may not play too.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. This is a big game though.
It's a way bigger game for the Chargers than for the Chiefs. This is a huge game for the Chargers.
But this is for the division.
I know, but for the Chargers, this is where we are time of year. We've got a whole bunch of just kind of crappy games that you only watch really for your fantasy players. But then we have some great games.
Yeah.
You know, like Bills Bucks, Bills Pats. This is one of those great games.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of unpredictable. I know probably everybody's going to line up behind the Chiefs. I think the Chargers, if Herbert has one of his great games, I think that's a toss-up.
For sure. All right, so who are you taking? And one more thing I think that secondary has to hold up against Herbert if Herbert, of course, has a great game.
I think if Chris Jones is out,
that's huge.
I favor the Chargers.
Chiefs.
Now the Chargers have problems too, though.
Also, I say Chiefs have to run the ball this game. They have to get that run going against that weak Chargers run defense. Okay, but who are you taking?
Because we don't know about Chris Jones.
We don't know about Chris Jones. You can't.
Remember that week we did the qualified pick?
You can't do that.
Okay.
I'm not allowing that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm rooting for the Chargers. I can't pick the Chargers. I would like to pick the Chargers. I'm rooting for them. How can you pick the Chargers, though?
You can pick them because they have...
They just had a good game, though. They're due for a bad game.
I know.
So, is this game in KC?
Oh, God.
Wait. The Chargers beat them. Was it on the road?
I believe... Yeah, it was on the road at Arrowhead.
So this game is in LA.
Yeah, this game is a home game. Yeah.
I don't think that matters
That
much.
doesn't matter because the Chargers have no fans.
It would matter if it was in KC, though, in KC's favor. I don't think... The Chargers almost don't have a home field.
Yeah. That's why you gotta go to those games,
I know I'm
guys.
probably going to
Come on,
regret
support
this,
your
but
team.
I'm going Chargers.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think it's a foolish pick, but I'm going for it. Are you going Chargers too? You want to go Chargers. I can tell. You want it. You want it bad.
I want to go with the Chargers.
I see a lightning bolt coming right out your... I don't want to say where.
I really, really, really want to go with the Chargers because I like the Chargers. And
I like Herbert, really, more than I like the Chargers.
and
Wait a second. I think Keenan is back practicing.
yeah, he is. He'll be good. And I'm going with the Chargers.
I can't believe it.
So anyway,
We both could be fools.
I'm thinking I'm being foolish too, but I think we're gonna get the good Herbert because this is a big game, and in the big
I think
games
it comes down to Chris Jones, frankly, because if there is a lot of pressure on Herbert, that is going to affect him. Without
all right, we
Chris
have two
Jones,
more. We got a couple more things to go to, and we're running out of time. Pac-12, good in NCAA basketball. 3 top 10 teams.
that's kind
Do
of
you know who those
surprising.
teams are? UCLA number 4, Arizona number 8,
And I think maybe still undefeated.
USC number 10. They're really getting back. They have 3
How is
top
that
10 teams.
bro of
Mobley?
Mobley?
He's actually doing well.
Is he going to be as good as his bro?
No,
He's not as big.
I
right?
don't think. Yeah, he's not as big, and it doesn't look like he has the potential that his brother did. His brother was
His
so
brother
big,
might be rookie of the year.
for sure.
Anyway,
He's a
that's
candidate,
impressive
at
because Pac-12
Pac-12
gets no respect.
Yeah, they were like they didn't have a team last year. Who did they have? No one.
No, and you know,
Other than
football's
UCLA
football's
no,
going to
other
change
than
too
UCLA.
with
Uh-huh.
Lincoln Riley.
Oh yeah.
That's going to change. USC is going to be a contender next year.
Uh-huh.
That quick.
Yeah.
So Pac-12 is on the way back.
Yeah.
The Pac is back.
The Pac's back. All right. Modern day coach situation.
This is tough.
They may let him still coach. Even he was. If you haven't heard the news about Modern Day, they won the champion. They won the national champion. They won the chip, and
That coach,
that coach was.
Rawlinson, he has
I
5
know.
national titles.
I know. Guess what? They are. Poops knows this, but they have had. It's just. It's insane what happened. I'm gonna before we get to the stats of like the 3 Heisman winners and stuff.
But how amazing is that?
That's crazy. They have 3 Heisman winners total, and
They have one less Heisman
and-
than Alabama.
I know, and Alabama has the most. All right. So, anyways, if you haven't heard, the coach had it was like a hazing incident so basically at Modern Day in the locker rooms they would have like fights between the waist and the head, and
I think it was a 9th grader.
it was a 9th grader. A guy was super outmatched, probably 50 pounds, and the guy just kept wailing on him.
Yep.
And no one tried to stop it. And
Broken
bones
and
brain
damage.
yeah.
There's a giant lawsuit.
And he may not even get fired.
Well, the thing is, this happened 10
Yeah.
months ago.
Mm-hmm. And no one
So
knew that.
he was Rawlinson, it's his program. He's in charge.
Yes.
Nobody has been fired.
I know, it's crazy.
Nobody even really is suspended. They're letting him continue to be in charge of those kids. And clearly, they're not safe.
No.
Football's already not safe, but then to allow that in your program, it's such a mixed situation because you want to be excited about it's a school that has this huge tradition. They've done these amazing things. They've got another QB there now.
Mm-hmm.
He started as a 9th grader
I know, now
last
he's in
year.
10th
He
grade.
hasn't lost yet.
I know.
He's undefeated.
Yes, I am aware.
And also, he kind of reminds you of Bryce Young. He's like unflappable. Pressure, nothing
Yeah.
gets to this guy. So calm, accurate passer.
Uh-huh.
Except that he's bigger than Bryce. He's a 10th grader. He's already 6'2",
yeah.
like 190.
Yeah.
and he's an amazing player. So all these great things, you want to just be excited by all the great things. But then you've also got to realize you've got a coach in charge of a bunch of kids that is allowing this kind of thing to happen.
Absolutely. It's terrible.
What do you think about that?
What do I think about it? I think it's terrible and you should be fired.
It sure seems like it.
All right, yeah, we're out of time here on sports right now. Thank you for watching Sports Right Now. We're saying so long from our studios. Goodbye from Sports Right Now. Sports Right Now.